Mary Schlais, a 25-year-old graduate student from Minneapolis, was on her way to an art show in Chicago on February 15, 1974. Hitchhiking was common at the time, and Mary, trusting in this method of travel, decided to hitch a ride. She never made it to her destination. Later that day, her body was discovered in a snow-covered field in Springbrook Township, Dunn County, Wisconsin. Mary had been brutally stabbed multiple times and left in a remote area. Investigators found a stocking cap with hairs at the crime scene, but the forensic technology of the time was not advanced enough to identify a suspect. The case went cold, and for decades, the mystery of Mary's murder haunted her family and the community. In 2023, nearly 50 years later, the Dunn County Sheriff's Office decided to revisit the case. Advances in DNA technology allowed them to re-examine the preserved evidence, and the hairs found at the scene were submitted for analysis. This time, the breakthrough came through genetic genealogy. The DNA analysis provided a profile, which investigators used to construct a family tree. In collaboration with the Investigative Genetic Genealogy Center at Ramapo College in New Jersey, they traced familial connections. After months of research, they identified John K. Miller, an 84-year-old man from Owatonna, Minnesota, as the key suspect. His name had never come up during the original investigation, but now genetic genealogy pointed to him. When authorities confronted Miller, he confessed. He explained that he had picked up Mary while she was hitchhiking. After making unwanted sexual advances and being rejected, his anger escalated. In a violent rage, Miller fatally stabbed Mary multiple times before abandoning her body. His chilling confession provided the closure Mary's family had long awaited. Miller was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. His arrest sent shockwaves through the community and the nation, as the case had remained unsolved for decades. For Mary's family, the revelation brought bittersweet justice. Though devastated by the violence she had suffered, they finally had the answers they had sought for so long. Sheriff Kevin Bigd of Dunn County called the resolution of the case a huge victory for law enforcement. It was not just a success for the sheriff's office, but for investigators who had never given up.